Alright. Let's grab another game. Really liking Game Boy tonight. Okay, maybe... Oh, that still is on Game Boy. Kirby's Dream Land 2. Why not? So yes, Kirby's Dream Land 2, which introduced Rick the Hamster, Coo the Owl, and Kine the Fish. Level 1, Grassland. And it also introduces the cute little animations that start off each little world. So it's sort of like a halfway point between Kirby's Adventure and the other later Kirby's, in that there is no dash button, which greatly saddens me. And there also is no broom power yet. But there is stars. Or there are stars, I guess. And there will be power-ups. I am like 90% certain. I don't honestly remember right now. I've actually never really finished Kirby's Dream Land 2. I've beaten almost every other Kirby game out there. Kirby Dream Land 3 being one of my favorite games of all time. There we go. We got the Umbrella Power. We're good. But it's just for a pet brew, and we don't need health yet, so yeah. Really wish there was a dash button. Feels wrong not having a dash button in a Kirby game. It's also in that unusual time when the up button is the method to fly and not hitting A twice. And it's also in that on other you know, like Kirby before times where you get hit once and you lose your power. Versus later Kirby games where you could get hit a number of times before losing your power, and it was all based on what kind of hit you take, and not simply touching a Waddle Dee. And of course the other bit about, you know, it being an early Kirby game is that one power does one thing. So we have fire power and we have fireball power, which would, of course, later on be sort of condensed down into a single power-up instead of having two different power-ups for essentially the same thing. And I'm fairly certain that Hiku is right in what he just mentioned in the chat, that this would be Rick the Hamster up in the, yes, that would indeed be Rick the Hamster. With his feet which kind of go under his furriness when he is sitting still. Very cute. Let's see, does Rick have his power? No, Rick does not have his power. So yes, in Kirby's Dream Land 3, Rick can climb walls. Apparently not a thing here. This is one of those things where if you played the original, this being the original, it's very, very fun and enjoyable and all that nonsense. However, if you play a later version and then go back to the original, it just feels primitive and not that good. You know, the original Kirby is one that I did play a lot as a kid, and since that is so different than the later Kirbys, you know, lacking the copy powers and, you know, things of that nature, I'm still able to enjoy that one fully, since it's basically almost a different series. This one, however, I'm just too used to the better aspects of the game. You know, the dash, the power-ups that are not so primitive, things of that nature. Although one thing that the new characters, the new helper friends that were added in Kirby's Dream Land 3, Pidge the little bird, Choo-Choo, the amoeba thing. Well, I guess Nago the cat is pretty cool, but the others are not really great additions. And I missed the power-up that would give me access to whatever the heck that is, presumably some kind of secret thing for the stage. So that's actually... no. Yeah, that would be another thing. We cannot hit down, we have to... Okay, never mind, we cannot exit until we've beaten the stage. That makes more sense. So presumably we had to grab the umbrella power. So let's head right back on in. That's handy. There we go. So we got us a star thing. There we go. The game is incredibly generous with the magic food bags. And yes, this being a very early Kirby, those are magic food bags and not Maxim tomatoes. Had not made the switch yet, I do not believe. Ow. Come on, let a bouncy thing go away. Incredibly generous with those magic food bags. Okay, we have a sick Wispy Woods. And we lost our power. Less of that, thanks. Oh, we are standing too close. Oh, what? Well, we got rid of his eyes and his mask. And we are losing this battle miserably. No, none of that. Very easy to get too close like that. And then that happens. Stop that. Oh hey, he does that as well, apparently. And one more hit, and there we go. So we did not actually lose to Wispy Woods, that never actually happened. Okay, so we got the star thing for level 1, apparently. Off to Area 2, Big Forest. Let's see how many stages are in Big Forest. Okay, looks like we have just the 3 stages again, so that's a bit of a step down. Now let's see which new power-ups they decide to give us now. It's really saying something when we are in the second area of a Kirby game. We've only seen 2 power-ups. Just Fireball and Umbrella. Or, well, Parasol, but still. Okay, nothing there. Never trust big stacks of breakable things in a Kirby game. Oh, hello there. I guess we have to kill the Scarfy and we get Coo. So, sorry, Rick. How do I get rid of Rick? What the button is? Oh. We just walk into Coo and Rick disappears entirely. It's kind of morbid. So yes, Coo the owl. He can fly. And I don't care because we're gonna get a new power-up, which is not Umbrella. I need to see a new power-up. Actually, no, hold on. Time out. Give me that umbrella. The umbrella fell off the world. And we just walk a little bit left and then a little bit right. Umbrella will respawn. Wow, the vacuum is powerful this early on. So yes, the awesome thing about Kirby's Dream Land 2, probably the one awesome thing it has going for it, which is then extended and made more awesome in Kirby's Dream Land 3, is the fact that Kirby's powers are... Oh, hey, awesome. Hell yeah. Got her. Kirby's powers are tripled. Kirby has his version of a power-up, Rick has his own versions of the same power-ups, Koo has his versions, and Kine has his versions. So yeah, instead of 8 power-ups, or whatever number it is that exist in the game, we get, what would that be, 8 tripled, 32. And hey, we got 10 stars, so there's a 1-up. Ow. No, I would prefer to keep the cutter, thank you. And since we have 6 hit points, taking damage is perfectly okay. Did I say 8 tripled? I meant 8 quadruples, because, you know, there are 4 sets of powers. The math wasn't wrong, what I said was wrong. Here, we need this pepperoo. Hey, needle power! Or cutter power, because I grabbed them both. Okay, needle power, once again. Okay, that's actually cooler than what it turned into in, Dreamland 3. Although, one thing that is not, well, sort of. With Kirby's Dream Land 3, when you mash A with Koo, you fly much faster. And we're flying slightly faster. Still have not gotten that 1-up, but, you know, no real matter. Not gonna worry about it. We can just zip through levels with Koo now, so it's all good. Oh dear, Kabu. Don't really care for appearing Kabu in midair. Still keeping an eye out for new powers. That's fine, don't really care. Since it's a new stage, we will probably get a new power, but you never know. Oh hey, how about that? It's okay, we can just grab the, shoe of this, oh, what the heck are these things called? Casa, something or other. Japanese word for umbrella is casa, and as such, the Japanese word for an umbrella ghost has the word casa in it. Oh dear lord, it's gooey. I did not know such a thing existed in Kirby's Dream Land 2. I thought he was new with Dream Land 3. Well, this is the kind of thing that I would have known if I had actually ever played the game before. So yeah, Gooey is kind of another Kirby's helper who... I don't even know if we will see him properly in this stage or not. Or at any point in time. In Dreamland 3, you can hit, I think it's A at any point in time, and you will get Gooey as a helper that pops out, and he will eat enemies and spit enemies, but he does not actually have the Kirby copy ability. He's just sort of a AI that will help out, and he can be controlled by the second player. Mostly what he is useful for is staying alive. If you have a half health, you know, half a hit point of health in Dreamland 3, and apparently I missed the star power wherever that may have been. Oh, hey, it's, sort of. It's like a version of PonCon, except it's just a giant hedgehog. Oh, hey. a hedgehog that throws bombs. That's kind of new. At a good point, it probably is a boar. Now, there's a very, very similar boss fight to this in Dreamland 3, which includes a fox and a raccoon, Pan and Khan. Oh, good night, Pest. So we missed the star thing there, so I will definitely return to that later on in local recording and find out where the heck that thing is. You know, walkthrough stuff. For now, let's just go through Ripple Field, and we will get ourselves a Kine. Waddle Dee's chasing after me. Coconut bombs. Everybody loves coconut bombs. And these weird sea anemone things. Hey. Oh, we got the rock power-up. Let's see how it does in this version. Yeah, it is very much the rock power-up. Basically the same as it's always been. But now we're underwater, so it can't really be used, so it doesn't really matter. At least we can use that underwater. Sort of. Now, one other point of comparison between this and Dreamland 3 is that in that game, you need 30 of the little star bits to get a 1-up, and the game basically gives them away like candy. You can't break a block without finding several star bits. And I'm getting murdered here. It's about time to make another save state. Although, how many lives do we have? Only 3. So yeah, we'll... Okay. Pitiful jump. Could have gotten up to a maximum... no, magic food bag. Presumably there will be health at some point here. Very quickly zip on up to get that. Don't know how long we would be going down before we found some place to stand, and it would have been right there. Okay. No matter, though. Well, apparently that is a thing. When you lose all your health, you lose your animal. That is something that is new to me. That was not a thing in Dreamland 3. Okay, that will be for getting Kine, so presumably Kine will be right in here. What are you gonna do, jellyfish? This is a nice easy battle. 3 shots in a row. What does jellyfish? Ooh, hey, spark! I wonder... Yes! Hey, it's even better here. So yeah, Kine plus spark equals light bulb. And I get the feeling that it will not be used in the same way that it was in Dreamland 3, in that game there are a couple of stages which are completely dark, and you need this power to see a few hidden doors. Oh my god. I stand entirely corrected, wow. That is cool. Hidden doors and all. Now that we've seen that, Let's check out what is spike power. Yep. Spike power is much the same as it is... Ooh. Cutter power. Yep, also the same. Looks like most of the power-ups stayed the same between Dreamland 2 and Dreamland 3. Very nifty. Let's check out Fireball power. How dare you? Underwater doesn't work too well. How is it above? Well, it's certainly a fireball. There we go. Let me double check on something before we go any further. Okay. So apparently there are 7 worlds total, and they do eventually get more than 3 doors apiece. And again, with Kine in Dreamland 3, mashing the A button would make you go really fast when you're swimming through. Here, not so much. Also, the parasol power did change between 2 and 3. In Dreamland 3, he holds the parasol over your head so that you can actually float down. Here it's not quite as nifty. Oh well though, no big deal. Still mostly the same. Well, it's Luna the eel, who is apparently an enemy. She becomes sort of kind of friendly in Dreamland 3. She's one of the minigame people. What the heck is this? What do we have down here? Okay, so that may be the right way to go. Maybe this way is the right way to go. We'll just kind of explore around. Okay, we have a door there, so this should be the side path. What's down the side path? A single star. And down here, another door. Good to know. Is it another single star over here? Damn it. Yes it is. So, what's in the secret door? The Kine-only door, as it were. No, Kine. K-I-N-E. Not Kane. So apparently the secret door had stars, and maybe if you have spark power, there would be another door there visible, but I don't know. If I go ahead and read and find out that there is a, you know, one of those little rainbow star thingers, then I'll return in there. But for now, no real reason to go back in there. Let's check out, hey, where'd you go? Let's check out Kine's, rock power. Come here. Well, that's cute. Okay, so apparently the only power we have not yet seen, well, the only normal power, is ice. The other available power being the secret final boss power, basically. Ooh. Very nice. always willing to have a pep brew just fall out of thin air like that. Or thin water, as it were. And anytime this segment wants to end, there we go. Okay, third boss battle time. Oh hey, it's this guy! He's, drawing that, the artist, or the animator, or whatever we want to call him. One of the things that person may summon in Kirby's Dream Land 3. Or not may summon, does summon. He or she, I forget which, summons, I think it's 4 different drawings, or maybe it's 2. No, 3 or 4. I remember the fish, he summons Krako, and also something that deals with ice. I forget exactly how that works. I forget what it was. And one more hit, and we're good. Okay, so once again we missed the rainbow shards star thinger thing, but we'll return to that later on. Level 4, the iceberg. And we've got 4 doors now, or possibly 5. Okay, just 4. But we'll mark a break there, and I will return to that later on.